what the education centers are. And then also the education centers are educating people on the whole situation, from the lightest information for those who really don't know anything, but they need to know something about it. We do that. We let them know. And then for those that feel as though they're encountering, but they're not sure, what is this about the safety centers? What is this about the crisis centers? What is that? What is this about the security headquarters 3D division? I heard about that. What is that? Um, how do I protect myself against these people? How do I protect myself against the attacks? I can't go into a safety center, or I can't go into a crisis center. Like, how do I do this? I have kids, or this and that, or whatever this is. How, like, I have questions, like, what is the information on it? I'm sorry, excuse me. We will give them that information. We'll help them to, understand that. Other things that are necessary so that they can get through certain particular attacks, okay? And then, of course, letting them know if they need the 3D division for security, definitely for them, letting them know about that. But it's definitely educating people. So education centers are about educating people and letting them know about this situation, okay, and how to protect themselves and being cautious and all the information about that. The same thing with the resource center. That's basically that. And then just giving them information. Resource center, obviously, they're going to do this almost the same thing, but more so with the education centers. The education center is really going to really sit down and take the time out with educating them on the more of the issues, or the issues that they need, okay, to know, pretty much. So that will definitely help them, okay. That will definitely help them in the situations that they're in. The resource center is really going to be connecting them with different other places, other things that they may need, and they may have need of, or something like that. Organizations and stuff that they can reach out to, that can help them, or any other things that they may need. Okay, definitely. And then the safety centers are basically going to be, facilities and places where people can go to. Is going to be something like the 3D division headquarters, but it is more laid back, okay. I was thinking, like I said, I think I wanted to do three buildings here in Los Angeles, um, for about, I'm not actually even sure, I'm more, that's about anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000, 1,500 people to about 2,000 people, in between, so each building facility houses that much, okay. And then there's smaller facilities around them, okay. One or two smaller facilities that are attached to them. They're still the same thing. It's for people in person. This is safety centers, okay. So basically, the thing is with that, so those are the main locations, the main buildings, okay. And then we might have like other locations, where our houses or what have you. Basically, the understanding with the safety centers is looking out for each other, and looking out for those that have came in to the safety centers, for protections, because they're going through something, okay, and they need protection and safety, okay, from these people who are attacking them. Now, those who go to the crisis centers, if they need to be safe, to be kept safe, that's different. The crisis centers they're just going through it, and they're really not, if they believe that they need to be safe, then they may need to we recommend them to go to the safety centers, okay, or if there's anything, more imminent, more serious and dangerous, then they may need to go to the 3D division for the security headquarters. Okay, it just depends on how serious the situation is. If it's light enough to where these people aren't really bothering them and they can take a chance, but still at the crisis centers, there's no, we still gonna have, security and safety, and then it'll be a problem there if they try to do anything there. It's the same lookout. Because they could try and do something to them. So, we're going to make sure that they're safe and secure. It's just not as heavy as the safety centers. Well, it could be about the same as the safety centers, and not as heavy as the 3D division security headquarters. Okay, it's not as heavy as that. But yeah, I was to say safety centers. So all of them, the persons in the facilities, whether they're single individuals or whether they're families, is designed for really for comfort, or because of the fact that they're away from home and things like that. So we'll have different ways of how it's structured. Not each place where they're going to be at is going to be the same. Just different ways. I can't really go into detail about it, but that's how many we want to house at each one is anywhere between 1,500 people to 2,000. Okay, for each of those places. Okay, and it could be, the idea is that they may have a family or a friend or something like that, who may need to enter the safety center, because they're being threatened by these people. You know what I mean? And they're trying to get something from them. So that's what it is. Also, the second, in addition to the safety centers, is the watch for their own homes or their own livelihood. So they have kind of like personal security. Persons that will either be watching over their homes while they're in the facilities. That's our goal too, is to watch over, like if they have a home, they have land, they have property. Okay, or even if they have an apartment unit, we will just kind of go and check on the even while they're in the facility, we'll do that. But also, if they live there, they're still there and they just want somebody to come by, and there's a problem, there's issues or something like that going on. That's the difference with the safety centers, is we're going to watch their properties for them. We'll come to them if there's any problem or issues. We'll just come out to them. And in addition, or as an addition, to local police or what have you. The thing is, with the security headquarters, I'm sorry, with the safety center, the thing is, what we're providing, which mainly comes from the security headquarters. Okay, what we're doing is, we now they let's say they've called the cops about something. Okay, and then they call us and say, hey, this is what's going on. So they can call us, and we can also come out as well, or we can also, in addition, we can call the police to let them know too, like, hey, this is a serious situation going on, or we're calling from this, and this is what we do, and this person has told us this about the situation. And we would like for you to go and check in on them, about the situation, so that we can be in an addition to what's going on, like a witness, or someone else that at least that they talked to and that they told about the situation. Okay, or we can go out there as well, because really we know what we're looking for. The local police, they're just going to go off of the description of what you said. Okay, there's a description of a man with a gun, or a description of a woman with a gun, or whatever this was. But for us, we know exactly what the heck. We more so know what it's about. This fact that about these people here. So we know, like, kind of how we've got to look out for them to see if they're, what have you, driving by or whatever this is. And then try and come in and talk with them to see if they want to come with us, to the safety centers. If not, then they can stay where they are, and and that's even if we have room, because it can get to that point. But if not, they can stay where they are, and just call us back if they need us to come back, come out, or they can do like an emergency overnight with us and then come back, or however this is, just because that night was very scary, or whatever this is, whatever this was, with whatever they encountered. Okay, so yeah, so this is pretty much what this is all about. With the system of the head security headquarters, with the 3D division, what that's about, and then more for protecting those who are heavily hit and they're in imminent danger, and these people are really trying to take them out for whatever reason. Okay, what is this? The crisis centers, more like the setting for like entering or going to a hospital or medical clinic, something this year. Okay, getting checked out and getting the questions asked, answered, and asked about the situation that they're in, as it concerns the circumstance with these people, and what they've done to them, or what type of attacks they were under. And then if they like, so we'll give them the information that they need, and then if they like, they could actually stay there. Okay, get housed there temporarily, or however long, about 3 months stay. So so that they can, because they actually could have gone through some type of crisis. More than likely, that's what happened, and especially to go through this with these people is a crisis. Okay, so deciding if they want to stay there or if it's more of an imminent thing, then they can go to the 3D division security headquarters. Okay, if they think that these people are really, they're trying to take them out, then they'll come and get them and bring them to the facility. Okay. Yeah. So definitely we need to start finding out ways. But this is just these are just ways where we'll be able to just implement these things, and it should help to. And this is not just for, I'm here in the state of California. This is for all America, all across the nation, all across America, all 50 plus states. That can have these, like I've been saying, initially we're starting like in our homes and other buildings, facilities that we own or we have or we're renting or what have you. But this is where it's going. You know what I mean? And like I said, the main one we want to have is half the size of a football field. Okay, and the interior is like a space ship here. Okay, smoke gray, the metal or however this is the material of a spaceship here. They're very serious, about our security. And then I was talking about security. So security headquarters, it is mainly to secure our communications. Okay, for this nation. Okay, and then just all security, all types of security that we're gonna need. Okay, and re-need. Okay, due to the things that's been broken, and the things that's been infiltrated on, or messed around and hacked into, and all this other stuff here. Anything from our personal accounts, our emails, our phone calls, all of our devices, working to secure all of these things, so that we can make a phone call and not worry about other people being on the line who aren't supposed to have authorization to listening to our calls. No unauthorized persons. Okay, to securing our emails. Okay, making sure that we can deliver, send our emails securely without people tampering with it, throwing it in the trash, or us never receiving them, or putting in our email address as if it was a bot or spam. Okay, also with the phone numbers as well. Okay, we don't want the numbers not showing up and people are calling our number, but oops, they're calling somebody else's number because it happens to be these people, and getting it switched over like that. Okay, yeah, we have to work on securing these things because that's a whole problem there. Okay, text messages coming in, turning in as spam and bot numbers, but you just bought a phone, or you had your phone for years, and somehow your number has been, or your information has been logged in as bot or spam. Okay, these people will play way too many games, and it's time for us to change that. Okay, if we have to create a new system. Okay, and because everything online, they've kind of blocked things online, and you can't look up certain things. They're changing so many things online there and blocking people off from so many different things, that it doesn't make funny. So, like I said, if we had to come up with a new system, then yeah, definitely we'll do that. Okay, because that's what's needed. That's what Let's just do that. Let's come up with a whole new system of how we do things, or whatever this is, or at least temporarily so, because so that we can have it being secured. That's the problem. Okay, in the 3D at least. Okay, and then just be happy, because as long as they're not able to change things, they don't have the authority to change it, or they don't have a duplicate of the information that we have, or the devices or whatever this is that we have, then that's good. And the thing is, we shouldn't have to do all of this. You know what I mean? These people should just be locked up behind bars, put away, and every person that's doing the things that they've been doing, caught, okay, and thrown locked up behind jail. Okay, like leave people's personal, private informations alone. Okay, just do that in their personal accounts alone. Okay, find a way around that. You know what I mean? Just lock those people up who are doing it. Okay, selling it or whatever this is. Because it's been a whole problem here. So definitely, that's the other part of security headquarters. Okay, where's the other main one, the one we're waiting for? But we're still going to be doing those things, working on these things as we wait on the main one, that is half the size of a football field. Okay, and the material inside is like the material of a spaceship, smoke gray material. I'm sorry, color, at least that. But yeah, definitely. Until we get that, we get started with all of this. Um, we've got to find a way to get, to beat this situation. Okay, because it's beating us. There's no way that we should be worried about our devices and having being illegally surveillance. Okay, in any particular ways, video cameras, all being infiltrated on. Any of our devices, our computers, laptops, phones, all of our information being revealed to unauthorized personnel or unauthorized people, and people who are just being nosy, or they're working for these people, they're trying to get something from us. Like, there's just no way that we should be worried about this. These people need to be captured, they need to be arrested, detained, thrown behind bars, locked up, and just truly, so that we can forget about this whole situation and move on with the things that we need to have been being moved on with. Okay, so we really need to get a hold on this, because they just keep buying up property and buying up companies and buying up businesses and just taking over here. And then you find out that they're the ones that own certain particular services, and you're like, what? And then they get to where they can mess with your personal accounts. Okay, and that's very frustrating after all the things that you've been through. Okay, yeah, so some people are doing things like moving to another state, especially from California, or just moving around, navigating through the country, just moving around. Some people have left the country. I emphasize left, capital Left. They have left because of all of this. You got things like them purchasing, businesses like for the podcasting, and the different businesses, online, and all kinds of things, different apps and things like that, shutting down. Like, it's these people here, because they have an agenda that's just ill, and it's like wicked, in my opinion. Okay, it's like evil. They don't want people to be happy and type of things like that. So it's not something that is for America. Okay, it's like they're trying to destroy America. That's true. If you look at it, their plans they're never going to try and tell the people about, which is we the people, citizens of America. Um, their plan is about throwing people in jail for no reason. Okay, and then creating a law, making a law so that people can be abused while they're in there, and then for them to throw in minors in there, or adolescent ages through teenage years. Okay, in jail for nothing. Okay, um, this is not good. You know what I mean? So something needs to be done about this. Nobody wants any type of plans like that, but of course they're not going to tell anybody that this is what they're trying to do. You better get out of here. You're not going to be elected or selected. So they're running for president. The thing is, they're trying to steal the presidency. Like, get out of here. That would be the 2024 U.S. presidential election. That is strongly believe that this is what they're after. If you just looked at everything, I really strongly believe that they were just going to announce, hey, November 5th, that they're the ones. Yeah, all the other candidates are dead, they're gone, but let's just drop our head a little bit for them. Let's have a moment of prayer. Let's have a moment of silence, and that too, in prayer as well, for these people. But they're the ones that took every last one of them out. Okay, every candidate, every potential person that could have been the president or whatever this is. Okay, for this 2024 election. I'm very much concerned with that. Okay. So all of these disturbances, guys. These are just the things that I've heard of and the things that I've seen. So we really need to get a hold on this. We really need to figure out what we're going to do. I'm afraid, by November 5th, they're going to just, declare themselves as president of the United States of America, or whatever this is, the title that they're trying to go by. But they're trying to be the president, though. Okay, where they attacked so many people, and so with so many threats, okay, to people, and that's how they got to the top. This is not. This is all cheating here. Okay. and silenced a lot of people in different ways. They don't want people's messages to be heard, that type of thing, because they want the messages to be theirs, but they've been impostoring, okay, trying to imposter people, trying to say that. Trying to imposter and say that they are somebody else, which happens to be a candidate for the 2024 presidential election, saying that they're this particular candidate or a candidate. This is something that they do though. They imposter others. They make it seem as though they are somebody else who they are not, so that they can fool people and trick them. Okay, so they're all about deception. They're no good. They're no good news. They're all bad news. This is what I'm saying. You gotta avoid them. Okay, they come out across as they're trying to be helpful. They're trying to let everybody know about this big problem and issue that's going on, and this person is behind it, and you guys need to just avoid that person and all of this, because really that person is the president, the future president of the United States of America. That's really what that is, and that's why you have the defamation of character smear campaign going on, happening by them to that person. Okay, if it's not them, it's someone else, and they want each of the candidates to just be taken down, for this presidential election here, or taken out in some sort of way to where they can't run or to where they can't be or serve as the president of the United States. Okay, this is a whole heist here, a plan for a heist to steal the presidency here in America, trying to take America from America as well. Okay, trying to change it for the worse, not the better. That's the other problem. There's no way. There's no way we're going to allow them to do this. Okay, so we definitely need to make sure that we are doing everything we can to stay on top of this situation. I've thought about ideas where they would come and do the smear campaign and talk about people, and oh man, it's some of the bad things because they're in your phones. They have all this access that they shouldn't have to your phones, to our phones, and all of this. And then they dare to put it out there and say, they're throwing people like that. Well, I'm going to expose all these photos and the ones you did this and this and this and that because they're watching you or they've been watching you. And so some people won't move because of those things. But if we have, a site or a website or a blog or something like that where that really pretty much answers it. For me, it was explicit pictures that they put out. And some other things too, personal pictures and photos. So if it's around, floating around here, online, and one of us find it, because we're gonna have a special division that really does this, and we find it, and we basically address and we respond to it. But what I want is that more so, like people, they be able to, come on and I don't know where exactly which social media or however this is, but or if it's going to be something new or just a blog or something like that, they'll come in and they, here's a response to so and so, because they see that it's out and it went viral. That's that somebody's being talked about, this person's being talked about, that person's being dragged or whatever by these people. Well, here's a response for this person. We have an audio clip of that person, we have a video clip of this person responding and really basically telling the truth about the situation rather than these people's lies or half truths. Okay, so that can really clear up things, because some people lose their jobs, they're losing their family, they're losing their friends, they're losing relationships, they're being lied on or whatever this is, they're being threatened, okay, and they're not able to tell the truth, okay. So that site or that blog or whatever this is going to basically give them a chance to tell their truth in whatever type of ways that they would like. It really would help with all of this, trying to expose people from their angle, from them trying to exploit them, trying to put them out there in a negative light. I've also had them say things that are just not the truth at all, like, saying that this person is on substance abuse, they're, this, that. I'm like, bro, dude, I don't even smoke cigarettes. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, things like that. So at least they'll get a response from these people, online. It's like, wait, this is so and so. Like, I know this person. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I never knew that this and this and this and this and that. So this is their power too, is by making other people, like all persons in your life, believe that you are this or that or whatever this is that isn't the truth, that is an actual lie or a partly truth. Like, and some of these things you wouldn't have never even shared with some of these people because it's too personal, or it's too private, it's too sensitive, or it's none of their business. Get out of here. These people are obsessed with exploiting you and exploiting your business and exploiting you know, personal business, and because they're trying to get something from you, or you know, have you be dispelled, or have you be unalive for some reason. They're after something, and that's the reason why they do all this. They want you to be like nothing to people as well. So they'll talk against you to your family, to your friends, to people you know, all of that, and you will, you know, almost ruin your life. And if you, unless you knew exactly what was going on, you know how to get around it, and this is a way of being able to do that. Okay, so we definitely need to, you know, fight back, guys. Okay, because these people are fighting us and they're fighting hard. Okay, so we need to figure out ways of how to fight them back. Okay, some of these things we can't hide under the table and all of that. They didn't show the picture of us, you know, we're naked or whatever this is. You know, we can't. I'm just saying, you know, are they're doing stuff to us, and oh, they have my so and so. Okay, well, we need to be on that. We're going to get the kidnapping team division. They're going to go and look for your so and so. We found them. They're at a certain location, what have you. They have it all under wraps here. But we're going to try and figure out how we can get in. Okay, we're monitoring the situation. We're trying to see, you know, what's safe for us, what's safe for them. We're going to continue to do this until, you know, hopefully we can get them the people that are in there out of there. Okay, and hopefully one of your loved ones is in there, okay, and then they can be returned to you. All right, whatever this is, whatever their threat is, we want to address it. Whatever their threat and attacks are, we want to get through them. Okay, all of this, you know, this video game that they got going on here, video games, whatever this is, we need to, you know, hop, skip, and jump, and all this other stuff. Nintendo, what is the one that Mario, whatever this is. Okay, we need to get through this. Okay, because this is ridiculous. It's gone beyond too much here, and it's time for this to be wrapped up and concluded. Nobody has time for this nonsense. Okay, this is not rocket science. We're not going to make it rocket science either. Okay, these people need to be locked up behind bars and put away for a very, very long time. Okay, because of the things that they've done. Okay, so the period. Okay, just, that's it. Okay, all these games and stuff that they're playing here, we need to learn how to get around it, pretty much. Okay, because we don't have time for all of this stuff here. You're flattening our tires and all this other stuff. Now, if you're single, flattening our tires. Now we have to call AA service. But you know what? There's not really much around, right? But it was granted for it to be, right. They're slowly letting out the tire, the air in the tire, certain type of thing, so that they can come around and do something to you. You know what I mean? We don't have time for this nonsense, okay? Coming from these people, whatever this is, we don't have time for it, okay? If they call us, then we're going to try and do our best to get to them. We know exactly what this is, okay, and what route and what, okay, where you're at, and okay, and this is it, okay, we'll do our best. We're going to be out there. You can stay on the phone with us if you like, okay, until your phone dies or something like that. And get in your car, lock it up, and don't open the door.